How did you explain autism to your family back in India?
It's the toughest question that I could answer. I find it really hard when I have to explain it even to my immediate family members like my mom and dad or my husband's mom and dad. We told them he was diagnosed at 3, but we told them around when he was 4 and a half. And they are like, you guys are insane. He doesn't have anything. You are insane. That's when they took me to the family doctor that I mentioned he said that autism is a hearing disability. So I was like, there's no point telling these people because all I hear is get a sympathy or they really don't understand.
I was born here and I was raised here, but I got caught in the cultural crossfires because my parents raised me under their beliefs and their culture. So when my son was younger, it was always like, you're giving him too much attention, he's stuck on you. You got to get him more involved with the kids because when kids grow up with their parents, they're spoiled, they're just brats.
So it sounds like there's an assumption that his behaviors are all from how he's parented.
Exactly.
Rather than something biological or neurological. And you call it a cultural crossfire. What was it contrasting with? Was it the types of parenting approaches you were seeing in the United States, or was it more your own instincts about parenting that this was clashing with?
It was clashing with the way that my neighbors, my friends were raised. Because here we are Americans, but we're raised as Cape Verdeans. Like growing up as a child, we couldn't do the normal things that American kids did. We had to do the way that the Cape Verdean kids did. Riding a bike isn't for girls, it's for boys. Boys shouldn't cook, girls cook.
After the diagnosis, once all this, therapy and stuff get moving, was anything challenging at that point?
Telling my parents, telling my family. They would think because it's just me and him interacting, he doesn't know how to play with children. It would have been that he's too clingy on you, he's too attached to you, you're spoiling him. You're not letting him do things. Because my son is an only child, and you're giving him too much nurturing. You're not letting him spread his wings and fly.
Do you find that your experience with the Vietnamese community is typical?
The Vietnamese community is really hard for many of us to be open up until they know that I have been through the same experience, because usually for the Vietnamese we live in a household where the decision maker would be the elderly or the paternal decision making, where men could not accept the fact that their kids could have autism, or the elderly in the family would say, not so worry too much, maybe, the kids could be a little bit stubborn, or they just we catch up with that. If you train them well, then that's fine. If they cannot talk, that, it just takes time. So many times that many of the parents could not be able to get the intervention needed for their kids, because the adult could not accept having somebody, or could not believe that any kind of switch intervention early on would have their kid.